Good evening, Munchie Mafia. Sorry we're late. I played with a button that I shouldn't have played with and knocked camera number 3 completely offline anyway. So tonight's Wheel of Misfortune is really a misfortune because um, I had a lot of fun at the grocery store, or I should say grocery stores. Rhubarb is no longer in season, so we have to substitute out with the next nearest thing that could fall into the category of the flavor profile for rhubarb, and that's going to be Granny Smith apples and dried cranberries. So you guys get a choice between which one of those two that we're going to be using. And then, of course, we have our cube steak, and the closest that I could find for Vegemite was Marmite, which I knew that was probably going to happen. But funny thing is this used to be in the peanut butter aisle at the grocery store. So I went, that was the first place I went, and it's like nothing. It's like 50 gazillion different honeys, a gazillion different peanut butters, and a bunch of other spreads, and no Marmite. I'm like, or Vegemite or Marmite for that matter. I'm like, what the hell's going on here with this? So I went to the next nearest area where it could possibly be, and that would have been the European foods aisle, and it's like it wasn't there. It's like they had everything else except for these things. And I'm like, great, just freaking lovely. So where could it possibly be? And I thought to myself, wait a minute. What is the next closest thing to Marmite that I could possibly, or Marmite or Vegemite that I could possibly get? And I thought to myself, wait a minute, nutritional yeast. Let's go down the baking aisle. Lo and behold, that's where it was, on the very top shelf, shoved in the back, could barely reach it. And it's like the clouds parted and the angels sang. Of course, so did the pterodactyl, for that matter. So anyhow, that was my fun today. So why don't we just get to it?
Century-old farmhouse where the Munchie Mafia meets. On YouTube every Sunday night, they watch for the telltale sign of ghosts and ghouls of dishes past. The spirits at play as the smells of lore fill the tiny old kitchen, while the flicker of the candle casts a brilliant dancing light that does a tango. To the delight and cackle of the crone, the wheel goes round and round, stopping at one ingredient at a time. Some are winners, some are losers, who the fork suggested Twizzler. You're going to hell for that one, a dash of love here, a tiny pinch of passion there, a little bubble double, a splash of toil and trouble, make tigers' pants disappear. Hashtag blame tiger on the double, on the double.
Okay, so dragon fruit. One grocery store didn't have it. The other grocery store had it, but they looked like absolute garbage, and I'm not about to spend the kind of money that they want for something that looks like, it probably died a week ago. So we got frozen dragon fruit, and this is the red one. Dragon fruit really doesn't have that much of a flavor to it. It's kind of funny because the pink sauce lady based her pink sauce riddled bottle of botulism on this fruit to make her sauce pink. Chef P, or however the hell you pronounce her name. So we do have one of two new cameras that's up top. One of them. And it's pretty slick. It has zoom features and all that other stuff. We don't have the gimbal put on it yet, so we can't move it around all over the table, but check that out. We can zoom in. And I hope you all like it. This was the camera that was giving me problems 2 weeks ago. It was really dark, and the one above the stove is looking kind of dark too. So what are we going to do with all these ingredients? We got fried rice, we got dragon fruit, we got cube steak, we have Marmite, and what should have been rhubarb, but no rhubarb to be had. So what we're going to do is take this, put this back over here, take this craisins, and we're going to just mush it up into that. And then also get the apple all nice, and I forgot to peel it. Get the apple all nice and taken care of here. So let's give it a quick peel. This should give us the tartness that we're looking for from the rhubarb. So let's just pretend this is rhubarb. Celery isn't going to work, even though it's the same shape. That's not going to do it. So what I'm thinking is, for this, because Marmite has kind of a stout taste to it, that what we're going to do is we're going to add it to the dragon fruit. But less is more, okay? So let's get this one, let's get this apple all taken care of real quick. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I noticed that Timmy was like, F. Everybody's on ats. So let's go take a look and see who all is here. We got Simon of Yes I Can Barbecue, Just Jason Keto, Brandon of Palm Beach, Whistle Stop Homestead. Hey, Ed. So Ed has a little bit of a problem reading, I think. On a live on a live, he accidentally said off tropical squirrel. And of course, me being me and being the asshole that I am, I decided that I was going to just capitalize on that and decided that I was going to put a little graphic up on my community post or on my community tab, and just kind of just quietly left it there to see what would happen. And it was quite funny. So it then ultimately um, ended up becoming a new sticker, and it's off tropical squirrel is what he called off topic squirrel. Which then led us down another little bit of a rabbit hole, in that last night he called it midget mafia. So now I got to figure out a way to make midgets. And I know midgets is not the proper term these days. That's like something that's not normally used in civilized society when talking about little people. And considering the fact that as I was growing up, my childhood next door neighbor was a little person, and back in those days, they were called midgets or dwarves. Um, but so when I say the word midget, it's not in a derogatory sense. So if anybody is offended by that, um, you know, it's not what it seems. So we got some dried cranberries mixed in with this dragon fruit, which is frozen dragon fruit. And we're just gonna kind of go in and just kind of mash it around a little bit. When you can't quite find dragon fruit, always look in the smoothie aisle in the freezer section. They always have it there. Dragon fruit really doesn't have much of a taste to it. I mean, it does, but not really. It has a light sweetness. Some people swear by it, but to me, it's like it really doesn't have much of a. I mean, it almost tastes like a kiwi to me. Okay, so mashy, 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 and that stuff is cold. Burr. Okay, because they're still kind of frozen a little bit, but not really. Okay, so now we got the Marmite, and a little bit of Marmite goes a long way. This is one of those things that you do not want to abuse. It's a sticky, sticky, sticky paste, almost like honey. When you put this on bread or crackers or whatever, you do so sparingly. And when I say sparingly, you don't put a big glop of it on your bread, and you definitely don't take a big heaping spoonful and stick that in your mouth. But this is going to give it a little bit of a punchy, almost beer-like flavor, because it's the scourge from the beer brewing process that creates this stuff, and it's very sticky, very, very sticky. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a gastrique out of it, in the hopes that this is not going to be fail number 3, because if it's fail number 3, I don't know what to do. Maybe I might have to revisit this whole idea and go with something else entirely. What the hell is that hard ass thing in there? That's kind of weird. Okay, so that's going in the bin. Oh, that's the cranberries. What am I doing? Oh my god. Okay, so get rid of that. We're going to stick this on the stove, and we're going to let it do its thing for a little while. And turn it on. All right. Now set that aside. We already have a preheated, actually we're going to stick this over here for a moment. Use this other one. We're going to add some balsamic vinegar to it. We're going to treat it like a gastrique. And of course, some of Jim Baldridge's secret seasoning, just to give it some sort of flavor to it. All right. There. Now, anyway, let's go back to the list of people. See here. Yes, I Can Barbecue, Whistle Stop Homestead, Katie's in the Kitchen is here, Tomahawk Mark, Damoose, Viper, aka Harvey. Let's see here, About That Land Life, and Timmy and Greg and Peaceful Des. And did I say Eastwind Farms? I'll say Eastwind Farms again anyway. Hey, Double Dog is also here. And Tiffany of Canadian Family Life is here. Mishy is here as well. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm also getting used to a whole new tablet. My other one is having battery issues. Teresa Castro is here, and so is Ace. And wow, Tuber Chat is here. Hello, Tuber Chat. And Stephen and Jacqueline are here, and Tiger. Hello, Tiger, and hello, Stephen and Jacqueline, and hello, everybody. Okay, so that's going. Now we're going to take a look at our cube steak, which happens to be one of our mods' favorite things that he was like wanting me to make a video on for the longest time, and I just never got around to it, mostly because we don't generally eat this. Okay, so we're going to take some kosher salt onto the cube steak. There's a mommy size, a Timmy size, and a doggy size. And yes, the doggies get special treats like that. Okay, so there's that. It's the wrong salt. Now we got our pepper. And we're going to just give it a little patty pat, flippy flip. It was really funny because put Salisbury steaks on the menu this past week and used cube steak for it. And generally we have only about maybe 60 to 70 people out of the 94 that come down for meals at dinner time. Just about everybody came down. I was kind of freaking out a little bit because I didn't forecast properly because the average had been about 65 to 70. Well, I had to rush to the freezer and see if I could grab some others and get those a quick fry real quick so that everybody could have one. And they were loving it. Something fierce. Okay, here we go. And the other funny story about work this past week is, for some reason, they are so incredibly, they're so, go to daddy. They're so interested in my tattoos. And one of the residents grabbed me by the arm when I was doing my table touches. And she had grabbed me by the arm, wouldn't let go, and she was petting my arm. And her table mates were like, will you stop petting her? So apparently, not only that, but a few weeks earlier they were like petting my hair because they had not seen me with my hair down before. And I was just getting ready to leave, and I was taking the kitchen towels to the laundry when I was spotted by a whole gaggle of them just sitting over at the table by the laundry room, and they were doing puzzles and chit-chatting and stuff like that. And, of course, they all had to pet me. Brandon says, I only liked Vegemite in my Men at Work songs. Well, Vegemite actually has some usage or uses. So, and this is one of them, is to actually use it as a reduced sauce. But also, the other thing that you can do is you can take pomegranate juice and a little bit of Marmite and some vinegar and turn it into a pomegranate vinaigrette. This is just better than bouillon. It's something that I keep around the house for when I need to make a sauce in a pinch, instead of going and buying cans of beef stock when I only need 2 tablespoons worth or so. So we're going to add a little bit of that in there. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt. And we're going to let this do its reduction. We're probably going to add a little tiny smidge of sugar. Let's see here. Sugar. This is turbinado sugar. I'm just going to put a handful of it in there. Oh my gosh. Now the dog is barking. All right. Actually going to flip this over to the other side so we can get our pan out of the oven. I like to preheat my my cast iron pans before putting them on the stove, so that they're nice and screaming hot without actually having to sit on the stove and do their things. So here's my screaming hot pan. You got to remember not to touch it. I have a tendency to do that. So now we got our oil in there. Raise the temp on that. Hey there, Chef Roast and Gag. She had an excellent live. I didn't get a chance to watch all of it. Was busy scrambling, trying to get this live ready to rock and roll. Please do check out each other. The mods will be dropping links throughout the live. Anyway, so got a nice temperature on that. As you can see, if you preheat your pans in your oven beforehand, you can, for about 20 minutes to a half hour before you actually need to use them, to get nice and screaming hot. Pretty much fresh out of the gate. God, this cabinet is driving me nuts, man. All right. But always make sure that if you do that, to use an oven mitt. Hey, Nikki. Long time no see. Sorry, I have not been around much in anybody's lives lately. New job. I'm not home a lot. I'm actually home a lot less. And haven't been able to get the energy to watch late night lives. New job is going great. I'm 5 weeks old now. Still loving it, but there's some frustrating parts to it that, I care not to discuss on a live stream, because I got a target on my back right now, and certain individuals are, I don't know why, but never did anything to them. What? I don't know what you said. I couldn't hear that. Oh, yeah. So anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get these to get the Maillard reaction to get some color on that, and then we're gonna just stick them in the oven and let them finish. And then while we're working on our gastrique, which is in this pot, it's already boiling right now, so we want to get it nice and reduced. Probably put a splash of wine in there in a moment. Yeah, it is what it is, you know. It's like I just don't I'm not there to play, you know. I'm not playing into the games. You know, high school games are we're already we're all adults. We should be acting like adults, right? All right. So now we got a little bit of browning on there. A flippy flip. And of course, for those that have never seen the Mystery Wheel of Misfortune before, what we do is we spin a wheel that's right over here, and it has all of the ingredients right here, all the ingredients on there that y'all chose. So that anybody that wants to say, oh, this channel is nothing but rage bait. It's not, because y'all did this to me. Y'all did it. It's all about you guys. So the only things that can be purchased are the things that are on the that have been drawn from the Wheel of Misfortune. Now the other ingredients, what I could do is I could take them out of my refrigerator, freezer, or pantry, and stuff that I already have in order to be able to complete the meal. Just like if you were a broke college student and you only had $25 to your name, and all you could buy was $25 worth of food, but you already had a bunch of other random ingredients in your dry storage or fridge or freezer, you'd try to figure out a way to put a meal together that, you know, may or may not be tasty. The last two have sucked ass, and I ended up spitting them out. It's like, no, not even worthy of a swallow, man. I'm telling you. But you know that. Then again, it's like sardines. I love seafood. Okay, some seafood don't love me because I have a partial allergy to seafood, but I just can't. I just can't. It's just one of those things where, and yeah, it's just can't do it. There's just can't do sardines. Okay, so there we have that. We're gonna set that aside. With our gloved hand, we're gonna take that and we're gonna stick it in the oven and let it just slowly just do its thing. And we're gonna take a gander at this stuff over here. It's starting to do its magic. We are gonna put just a little tiny smidge of honey in it. The honey will help to act as a. I'm not using Butler Family Farms honey in this, because I don't want to waste that. I don't want to waste it on something that I might not eat. So we got a local honey called Lucille's, and it's barrel aged in bourbon barrels. Bourbon barrel aged honey. It's very dark. It's almost the color of maple syrup. And so now we got this going. Just want to give it a little bit more of an acidity to it, even though, you know, cranberries have acid, apples have acid, and so dragon fruit does not really have an acid. It's kind of neutral. Um, but the Marmite has its own flavor, and we already have the beef better than bouillon beef in there. So we're just going to let it do its thing. We're going to give it a splash of something. So it's up to you guys. Should I use port, Madeira, or sherry, or marsala, or what else do I have? or cognac. I've got cognac. So which one do you think we should use? I'll let you all decide. That damn banana. I know, right? Did you see our new banana? So if Bob the banana and the Aflac duck could have a child together, this is what it would look like. So yeah, just keep adding more and more and more of the banana. And of course the one on my head too, you know. All right, so far we got sherry, Aflac. So Tomahawk Mark says sherry. So we're going to go for the sherry. We're going to give it a splash of the sherry. And we're just going to let that reduce a little bit longer. Now, over here, we're going to take that. We're going to put it on the stove. We're going to get some olive oil. Now, you guys said fried rice. So I got one of those freezer bags of frozen adobo fried rice from the grocery store. It was on sale. Normally I would make it from scratch, but you know, it is what it is. Maybe another day I'll do that. So we're gonna just pitch that in there. Plus I was on clearance. So in order to go for the whole, let's see if we can make a budget meal out of nothing. Let's go for the whole frozen entree fried rice from the clearance section. And it's got some peppers and onion and mystery meat of some sort in it and some seasonings. I don't know what flavor it's supposed to be. It says chicken adobo, but I don't know if that's Filipino adobo or if that's supposed to be Mexican adobo. Big difference. So this is doing its thing over here. Bubble, bubble, bubbles. That actually smells really good. At least I think it does. I don't know. Could be wrong. So what we're looking to do is we dip the spoon in it and we check the viscosity. And it's really not looking like much just yet. It's very hot. So we're going to draw a line, see how long it takes for that line to fill in. Oh my God. Yeah. All right. We got fried rice. You know, whenever you have like a frozen, this is one of those that you stick in the microwave, but I don't use a microwave. It's where I put all my plastic baggies and plastic wraps and stuff, and it's where I hide my donuts from Timmy so he doesn't get into them. So that sauce is pretty darn good. It needs something though, but I don't know what yet. All right, let's see here. The heck? Come on. All right. Fried rice. No, fried rice. Actually smells pretty good. So Funny looking banana. Yes, it is a funny looking banana. It looks like a duck. So, okay. This could fry up. Anything that's frozen, you want to make sure that it's fully heated to 160 degrees for 10 seconds, of course. I don't like to use microwaves. All right, let's take a look at our sauce. Make sure nothing's sticking to the bottom, and it's kind of sticking a little bit, but we want it kind of syrupy is what we're looking for. We want that dragon fruit to really break down. It's going to be very, very, very beautiful, brilliant. Hue of burgundy after all is said and done. It does have a little sugar in it. It's got turbinado sugar. So it's the cranberries to get some of the acid. Granny Smith to add some of the acid. Couldn't find quince, so that would have been the better substitute for the rhubarb. But it's okay. Now, one of the things it should do is it should start to thicken because we have the dried cranberry in there and the apple, even though I did not put the peel in there. Should be able to get some of that fruit pectin to help turn it more syrupy. Okay, so there's our rice. We're just going to set that aside for the moment. That back there, that smells really quite good. I think Timmy might actually eat this one. All right, let's turn that one off for a moment. We'll turn this one back on. I think I just set my hair on fire. Smell burnt hair. Okay, so now, you're gonna try to bring 3 up. Okay. Now this camera is starting to get a little dark. I don't know if it's that we need to clean the lens or one of the rings got kind of shifted. So this is the other camera. This is a new one. It's a little on the blurry side. We're trying to figure out why. I pushed a button on the remote control and it just kind of just said no. Anyway, but Timmy, I'll show you all the cool things it'll do. We got a gimbal on it, so it can rotate and it can pan and it can tilt and it can do all sorts of other cool stuff. So isn't that cool? And it can go that way. Oh, we're trying to figure out why it's blurry. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Yeah, don't burn the hair. Don't set the hair on fire. That's what your job is for. Yeah, exactly. No, actually, I keep my hair up in a hat all day. So we're trying to figure out the settings on this camera, why everything is so blurry. Okay. Whoa. Hello. Look at my. We're breaking down all the summer wardrobe, getting our winter wardrobe all sent through the wash. So it's like we got a mess over there in the laundry room. So my apologies if you saw that. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at our meat real quick. Now let's move this over here for a sec. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our meat over here. We're going to poke it. Yeah, that's done. It's definitely done. Doesn't take very long at all to cook that. So now we want this to act as a glaze. So we're just going to go in and we're going to just put some on and glaze the meat, except for Timmy's. I accidentally hit Timmy's with the glaze. Oh well. Timmy, you're going to have to eat. Oh, I put some on the girls' too. Oh, we'll just give the girls the bigger one. I'll eat the smaller one. Not a big deal. Okay. So, turn it back to the stove. That one's the girls. Put Put a little bit into the pan. I'm going to actually take the girls' off. Oops. All right, let's put that right there. The girls have theirs. All right. Well, yours got a little kiss of it. I don't think it's going to really matter all that much. I'm just going to set yours over there. You know what? I'm going to take the bigger one. The girls can have the smaller one. They've been absolute brats lately. The fruits aren't going to hurt them. Okay, so now we're going to add some of this gastrique over to the pan. The pan is still roaring hot. And then we're going to just start cutting the butter up. Because we're going to actually start throwing some knobs of butter in there to help to brighten it up a little bit more, because it definitely needs some fat. So a couple knobs of butter. Ow. Just got splatted. Anything with sugar that's, been, that's that hot is going to be like roaring hot on the fingers. All right. Move my table garbage out of the way because we're getting ready to plate that. Let's just set that aside for the moment. Get these over here. Plates. Oops. Another piece of wax paper. All right. All righty. All right. There we go. Just going to let that butter just do its thing, because we're going to use that to drizzle. Now we're going to flip it over. And there we have it. Check that out. Is that gorgeous or what? It's kind of hard to see. Bad lighting. And it's a black pan, but I'm going to tell you, it smells delightful. Looks delightful. Come over here. Now, there's no vegetable because that's not what got drawn. We didn't get any vegetables drawn. So the produce aisle was the rhubarb and the dragon fruit. So get a ring, put the rice in the middle. But that's okay. This rice really smells good. I'm gonna have to check and see if they have this one at Costco in family size. Because sometimes when you're a busy professional and you don't have a lot of time to cook, sometimes some of these convenience foods can actually come in handy. But also it can also be a blessing, but also a curse at the same time. So in that a lot of these convenience foods, they have a lot of stuff. Now, do you want me to glaze yours or do you want yours plain? Plain, of course. All right, so there's Timmy's. That's the dog's. Just set theirs right there. I'm going to take mine, set it there for just a moment, but at the same time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my plate back over here, tappy tap my spoon, get it all nice and cleaned off. And put a little bit of that sauce down to help anchor it a little bit. Now, just grab that, set it right there. It's actually really good. Flavor is really good. Very, very pungent. All right, grab this. And over here, just drizzle just a little smidge more over the top. Now, what would be really nice is if we had some nice vegetable to go with it. But now we have a glazed cube steak. All right. Actually, we don't even have to walk over there anymore. We can just do this. Check this out. I don't even have to say, hey, look at this. You know, we don't have to do that anymore. So there we have it. I'm sure that y'all are going to be like, you got to eat it. You got to eat it. You got to eat it. Okay, I'm going to eat it. I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. So, this one's Timmy's and the dog's. This one is mine. Should get the... Would you make this at home? Would you try this one? Because I challenge every one of y'all to give it a try, even the fails, just so you can suffer along with me, virtually anyway. So here we go. Pray for me. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh yeah. So, bag of red dragon fruit, a spoonful of Marmite, spoonful of beef base, splash of wine, half of a Granny Smith apple, a handful of craisins, a bit of turbinado sugar, a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and let it roll on the stove for a while. This until it has this nice texture, and then return it back to the pan of meat that you cooked, or return it to that, and then throw some knobs of butter at it just to give it a little bit more of a luxurious feel in the mouth. And I probably should have pureed it, but oh my God. Ding, 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 winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Oh my God. Actually, I like this better than the rice. Yeah. So, Munchy Mafia. I'm going to be eating that later. A little bit more sauce. Need more sauce. Oh, wow. Okay, so there we have that. $100 wins and 2 losses, yes. A few of them were kind of kind of teetering on that. So here we have that. We've got the Wheel of Misfortune. Huh.
Sideways so you can see it.
All right. Can you see it better now? Is that better? Right there? Okay. All right. So for those of you that have never seen the Wheel of Misfortune, this is the wheel. It makes a lot of noise. Each wheel or each section has a different ingredient. The outside ring here has proteins. They could be animal-based proteins or plant-based proteins. Then we also have the produce aisle, which is the next ring in. It's fruit and vegetables. This is going to be the starches. And then this inner ring right here is the random. We let new people be the first ones to contribute to the wheel so that they can get their ingredient on. And we spin for each section until we got all of them. Now, sometimes we allow for a second spin for the random so that there's other things. What I do highly request in that regard is please do not put crab, sea urchin, lobster, and plantains on the wheel. The sauce with the rice, I don't know. I didn't try the sauce with the rice. Let me try it with the rice. It's definitely a flavor. Now with the rice, mind you, what would be really good is if I could have put some poblano in there, some fire roasted poblano into the sauce to tie it in with the rice. It actually tastes really good, but it would taste even better with the peppers. God, that sauce is so good. All right. So, yes, Brandon, this was dish number 100. The last two were just absolute failures. So anyway, back to the wheel. Plantains, sea urchin, crab, and lobster, can't do those. They also have to be human grade food. And human grade food is anything that is edible, okay, by humans, that is actually manufactured or processed for the use of feeding humans. Hey, Oyster Toad, welcome. So, but we're going to spin for next week first. So, yeah, no plantains. God, that pissed me off because it's like, I remember back in the day when cow tongue was like 10 cents a pound. You know, you could get like a whole tongue for a few dollars, right? And now it's like $50 for one tongue. It's like, are you freaking kidding me? Why? Couldn't get rid of it back in the day when I was a kid. You know, couldn't get rid of it except for Asians and Filipinos. Tripe is already on the wheel, Oyster. It's under #BlameTiger. It's there somewhere. Let's see here. Where is the damn thing? It's there. It was there. Or am I just not seeing it? Oh, yeah, right there. #BlameTiger. Yes, Mexicans. Anyway, so what should we spin for first? Should we spin for the protein, the starch, the veg, or produce section, protein, starch, or random? Because we got to start somewhere, right? So we're saying random first by Simon and Tiffany and Des. Okay, so let's go for it. That was a good spin, by the way. right, we got. Oh, are you freaking kidding me?
What?
Captain Crunch cereal. What the hell am I supposed to do with that freaking nonsense, you guys? Oh my god. That's going to be like one of those totally nonsensical. So this is why this cannot possibly be rage bait, because you guys are doing this to me. This is what. Okay. I know, right? Ouch and ha ha ha, Katie. Katie, we might have to do a collab on this one. Okay, so Twizzlers has not come up yet. Twizzlers has not come up yet. It's still there. It's been there since the inception of this stupid ass wheel. Okay, so what should we spin for next? We got protein, starch, and produce aisle. Produce, starch, or protein? Protein, says Katie. All right. That's a good spin, too. Chorizo. That's going to go really great with the Captain Crunch cereal. Okay. So now we get to take that one off. All right. What's next? We got produce and starch. Which one should we spin for first? So far, we got chorizo and Captain Crunch cereal. I might go on vacation after this and just not show up for my own live. We'll just set it up on a silent stream of the kitchen. Okay, starch. And we got potato. All right, so that leaves us with protein or produce aisle. All right, so let's go for it. Produce aisle is green beans. At least Timmy will eat that. All right, so should we spin for another random, or should we stick with what we got? Oh, it's that damn ass freaking pen from Hal again. You can tell how long they've been on there. If it was that horrible blue pen, chances are they've been there forever. So, green beans. One more random, or should we just leave it as it is? So far, we got chorizo, potato, green beans, and Captain Crunch. Another rando. Katie is secretly begging God to give us the damned Twizzlers. Yeah. Oh, man. Bananas. 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 Alrighty. So now we get to, I know, not Bob. Hashtag rip Bob. Okay, so here we are. Now, since we left off with the random, what should the random be? I'm going to read off the randoms that's already there first, okay? So hang on a second. Spam, sour gummies, Kraft macaroni and cheese, peanut butter, Oreos, seaweed, Twizzlers, Great Northern beans, taco seasoning, snack apple pies, wasabi, and jalapeno. We're going to need 2 randoms, so it's got to be 2 different people, and Balut is not an option. I cannot get hold of Balut. That's not something that I'm willing to buy online. Beautiful kitty cat. Which kitty cat? The orange one or the big giant 35-pound monster? Well, so, Teresa just said beautiful kitty cat. Maybe. Anyway. Okay, so far, I'm just not willing to risk that with the balut. Where the hell can you get balut? You can't get it on Amazon, can you? Are you serious? Really? All right, fine. I'll put frickin' balut on there, but huh? No, you don't. Neither do I. This is all them. This is okay. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look and see what it is, and if it's really super. Okay, Asian taste of preserved duck. Preserved duck eggs. Oh, that doesn't look like balut. Oh my god, you can get haggis? No, that's century eggs. That's different. Okay, so balut vinyl bumper sticker. Taiwan preserved duck eggs. That's century eggs. Balut egg. All right. What? All right, fine. Century egg it is. Century egg. Wait a minute. Cooked salted duck eggs. No, that's not it. Spicy pickled quail eggs. I've got a jar of those in the cooler, which are really good. Sumo egg cup holders. Oh my god. All right. All right, we're going to put century egg on there. Okay. Then you guys can leave me alone over the damn balut. All right. Century egg. All right, we need another one. We need another one. We need another one. And so somebody other than Simon. We need one more random. We need a random. Rando. Come on, guys. Candy corn, says Ed. All right. So now we need a protein. A protein. Let me read off the protein first. Okay, guys, hold on. Rocky Mountain oysters, tripe, eggs, kielbasa, hot dogs, tofu, turkey, corned beef, T-bone, eel, squid, pork, hamburger. And Eddie says porterhouse. Okay, now we need the produce aisle, which already has peaches, red beets, cactus, rutabaga, apples, bitter melon, tomatillo, cucumbers, tomato, steamed potatoes, coyote squash, carrot, kale. Bull foreskin. No, we're on produce aisle now, guys. Come on, get with the program. Mishy says broccoli. Okay. All right, so that leaves us with one space left, and that is going to be the starch aisle now. Starches don't necessarily have to be the obvious starches. They could be starchy vegetables. It can also be starchy beans as well. Okay, so what we have here so far are orzo, saffron rice, hominy, wild rice, potato salad, raisin bread, rye, yams, angel hair pasta, acorn squash, sweet potatoes, hash brown patties, basmati rice. Now it's starting to sound like Ed. Basmati rice. Butternut squash, says Des. Butternut squash. Buttnut. Buttnut. Okay, buttnut. Alrighty, Roo. There we have it. The wheel has been filled back in again. As you can see, it's all been filled back in again. And it's been filled in. Yay. Thank you for playing, everybody. All right, let's get rid of that. Put it back where it belongs. Yay. Put that back there. All right, Roo. You wanted to see the Twizzlers get picked. Well, you know what? A lot of people did. Wow, Oyster. Boba pearls. Good God. Sorry, Tim, I tried. What? What? What?
He made a comment early on that he'd been instructed by me to put steaks and potatoes on, basically.
What?
Everything I would want to eat.
What are you talking about? Devil dog.
I know.
Thank him. Go on. Go ahead. Thank
We
him.
did it
Here.
last week, too.
Huh? Yeah, I know.
Last week.
Yeah. Yeah. So go ahead.
It'll never happen.
What?
It's right there with Twizzlers. It'll never happen.
What? The porterhouse?
Yeah.
What makes you think that? Because we got cube steak and it's only been on there for a few weeks.
Yeah, but that's the second time.
What? Cube steak?
Yeah.
Yeah. So? You'll eat that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shut up. God. Shut up, shutting up. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, they would make great straws, the Twizzlers, but that's not what I have intended for those. And it's going to drive poor Katie crazy because I already have an idea in my mind should they ever come up. And no, the wheel has not been rigged for that. It's not hashtag rigged. It's not hashtag rigged. Uh-oh. It went purple.
I did that.
Why is it black?
I don't know yet.
All right.
It's all part of what you did.
Part of what I did. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I still have to reconnect this remote to that camera.
All
I
right.
don't know how to do that. There's nothing in the literature that tells me how.
There's an app to run these, so you don't have to use a remote.
What?
There's an app to run these new cameras,
Okay.
so you don't have to use the remote controls.
I got work shit to do. I don't need a fucking app too.
All right. Well, so do I, but
I'm ready to spin this if you're ready.
all right. So do we have all the names on there?
Yeah.
Pop it on up so everybody can take a look and see it, make sure that their names are on there. So this is for next week's feature. It's like the one and done sort of thing. So take a look at this wheel. Do you see your name on there? If you do not see your name on there, say name. And huh?
If you're a channel creator.
If you are a channel creator and your name is not on there, please let us know so that we can stick it on there real quick before we run the keep your name off. Why? Why, Tiffany? It's just for the
Just for the ending.
it's just for the ending song. Too late, Tiff.
We're already on there.
Too bad, so sad. Aw.
We have to have somebody to make fun of at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me, to promote at the end of the show.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Are we all good? Oh, Taco wants to be on there too.
Mishy's there. Tuber Chat's there. Got Taco the Chihuahua. Just put Taco. Can't forget Taco.
Oh, I haven't seen DC.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Better get DC on there too. Hey, Drunken Chef. I'm in love with these cookies. Not me.
Okay, he's on there. I think I got everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
All right, is everybody there?
Everybody there? Is your microphone on?
No.
Well, how are they supposed to be able to hear you?
I don't know.
All right. Well, then I don't understand. All right. No, these are Dewey's Bakery triple ginger snaps left over from last one of the last mystery wheels. They're
All right,
damn
here we
good.
go.
Okay, we're going for it. Let's go.
About that land life.
Oh, cool. Congratulations about that land life. You've been chosen. Hooray.
So next week's ending, or next week's outro, we'll have about that land life being promoted.
I don't know if you could hear him. He won't key up his
No,
microphone.
I expect you to repeat what I say.
About that land life will be featured on next week's outro. So anyway. Yeah, it's been a long 2 weeks. I'm so glad to be back. Got some stuff going on. Got a video that I need to finish editing. I'll eventually get to it. And then doing a collab with Whistle Stop Homestead for the PFH collab hashtag. Chili and cornbread or chili, cornbread, and or biscuits. And so I got to work on that one. I was just too tired. I ran pretty hard and heavy this last 2 weeks. Huh? Yeah. Visit Katie in the kitchen for carnivore charcoal. Thank you, Ace. Yes, that's it. So, been running hard and heavy for the last 2 weeks. So it's like, it's nice to be back, and I'm so glad that you all came out to support and everything else. And so, just want to say thank you all so very much for being here. And I always hate saying goodbye, so it's gonna be a fun good night to all y'all. So don't forget to cook with love and eat with passion. Mahalo.
Well, Munchie Mafia, it is that time. We really hate saying goodbye. So let's just say a fun good night, or even a sad little toodaloo. Perhaps even until next time. Maybe even a tat-tat. For now, we'll be here on Off-Topic Square, because Blue G needs love too. It's been really fun with all our friends, no matter if you're old or you're new. So before you let that door slam behind you, fondle that like button lovingly. button on YouTube if you haven't yet subscribed to Munchie Mafia Official. Now is that time, what's stopping you? Jerry and Susan are the greatest love story. They live happily ever after on their farm. It's where they homestead in the heartland of America. They've created a bountiful and sustainable life together. Jerry and Susan together, hand in hand, they are the heart and soul of Butler Family Farm. Thanks for coming, and please remember, as you are in your very own kitchen and cooking for your family, community, and friends, to always cook with love and always eat with passion, unless it has Twizzlers in it, whoever suggests